Okay, stretches that I was telling you about we're going to do. Okay, so it's for the hips, glutes, and then we'll also do shoulders and upper back. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom part, the hips and the glutes. So the first one is sitting down, leg out straight, other leg goes over the top. So it's actually over that part of your body, okay? And then you're going to actually push down on that leg. Just up straight, you're not going to be slouchy. It's up straight and then just lean forward as you're pushing down on that, leaning from the hips. Okay, you can push it, you can count your head 20 to 30 seconds. 30 ideally, if you're short of time, 20 is fine. Okay, you're going to hold it for the whole time. I won't do the whole 20 obviously in this video, but you're going to hold that, keep pushing down, and as you get to about the 20 mark, you should feel you can actually push it a little bit further. Okay, so that side, of course, swap over and do this side. Okay, and you can see I'm not bringing it on in any way whatsoever, but that's the whole point, is trying to actually increase the range of mobility around the hips and the glutes, where I'm noticing you're all quite stiff. Okay, so same thing, I'm just pushing down with this, and I'm actually leaning forward on my back until we get there. Okay, so again, counting in my head the whole second time that we're doing it for. Okay, so 20 to 30 seconds. Next one, just like the sides so you can see it. Again, straight leg out. This one goes to the top, plant the foot down flat to the side of the knee, outer side of the knee. And I'm going to take my arm across the other side. I'm going to push it that way, and then we turn around and look behind me. And I'm going to then keep pushing that leg away from my body. Okay, and again, I'm going to hold that for the 20 to 30 seconds. And obviously, move on to the other side. Again, do my stretching, 20 to 30 seconds. Keep looking behind me as I actually do the stretch. The next one I'm going to go into is lying down on my back. I'll do it from the side to start with. I'm going to have one straight leg out, so my left leg's out straight. My right leg is going to be held out. I have to move a few things in my head. I'm going to pull this back towards my chest. I'm going to lie down, head down, and we pull it back towards my chest. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll face you to do it. I'm pulling it back towards my chest, head is down, and again I'm holding that. This time I'm holding this for 20 seconds deliberately, because after 20, I'm then going to pull this knee to the opposite shoulder. So I'm lying down, I'm going to cross it across the way, I'm going to pull it across to my opposite shoulder. Okay, again for 20 seconds. And the third bit I'm going to do is, once I've done this pull across, I'm going to stay lying down there, I'm going to do a straight leg, I'm going to pull that back. And if I move my hands, so my hands were there originally on top of my knee, underneath that I'm now putting it to basically underneath my knee and the back, and I'm pulling it back towards me. Okay, and I'm going to pull that for 20 to 30 seconds, and of course if I swap to the other side, pull that towards my chest for 20 seconds, across my body for the other 20 seconds, and then up straight for 20 seconds. Okay, so you do three in a row with the head there. So that's onto those ones. Then we're going to move into what's known as a pigeon. Okay, so we have that leg. This leg is going to be a right 90 degree angle if you can do it. Now I can't do 90 degree angle, I'll have to tuck it back a bit. Back leg, so you're going to come up onto that leg. Your back leg, as you can see behind me, and is going to be straight. I'm going to actually put that down, and I'm actually going to have my foot flat on the ground behind me, okay? So the sole is pointing to the roof. This leg is still bent, ideally at 90 degrees. As I said, I can't actually do the 90 degrees, just because I'm getting old and stiff. And then I'm going to actually lean down over that front leg, so I'm stretching. Basically, the glute at the back here is getting stretched. Okay, so I've got my head down, I'm going to stretch that out for the 20 to 30 seconds. And then the better you get at it, the more actually start coming, obviously, out, so it's actually more 90 degrees. Keep adjusting it as you start doing this, so you get that far. And of course, swap over to the other side. Again, aim for the 90 degrees, that's as far as I know I'm going to be able to take it. Put that back leg down flat, and lean forward over that leg for the, again, 20 to 30 seconds. So ideally if you do 30, you can do all these while watching the telly, listening to music, whatever it is you may be doing. That's obviously in your life, you could easily be doing this at the same time. So the next bit is a 90-90 stretch. So I'm going to put the front leg at 90 degrees that way. Okay, so it's got 90 degrees across the back leg is 90 degrees. I think I'm going over a hurdle at the back. I'm going to sit up, I'm going to hold my arms together, so my hands are together like this. I'm going to twist them across to try to get as far as I can. Now, ideally, you get all the way around there. This is one of my weakest ones, and I'm really stiff. I'm going to hold it. When I get to about the 15-20 second mark, I'm going to squeeze it a wee bit further, and just keep trying to push it around as far as you can. And obviously swap sides. Again, 90 degrees at the front and 90 degrees at the back. Again, hold my hands and I'm going to come across and stretch that for 20 to 30 seconds in that direction. So that's the stretching for there. We'll come back to this balanced bit that you all love. So for these shoulders at the top, okay, so the first thing we're going to actually simply do is you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. I've done this quite a few times on the workouts. You're going to pull them away from your body. Keep your body up straight. You're going to pull this out again. Everything's for 20 to 30. So you pull that out, keep pulling it back, face up tall. Everything's engaged. I've got my glutes engaged. Glutes, stomach engaged, my glutes engaged. As I'm making sure I'm keeping it up firm. Okay, then we're going to move into the stretch up. You can do this on your knees. You can pull up. This is one we obviously do quite a bit on the workouts. It's actually a very good exercise. And obviously to the side again, I'm holding that up. That one's getting held for about 15 seconds. Across to the side, in this case, because we're doing these 3 in a row, this one's about for about 15. Back to the middle, pull up, and across to the right, and pull up. So each bit you pull up, hold for about 15 seconds, and then back to the middle. And we're going to go down onto our fronts. We're going to sit back on our heels, so bums on my heels, and I'm going to actually stretch out in front of me. My head's going to go down to the ground, so I'm really stretching out the whole. So you feel that stretch all the way down the sides, across your shoulders as you're doing it. Okay, again, hold that for the 20 to 30 seconds. Then you come forward a bit, so your legs are now straight up and down. So I've now got basically a 90-degree angle, excuse me, on my my knees. And we're going to stretch down with my legs pointing up the way, my thighs anyway. And I'm going to stretch out in front, head down. And I'm going to, again, hold this for the 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, all nice and good. And then I'm going to, from here, keep in the same position. I'm going to put my right arm, it's going to be at 90-degree angle. My left arm is going to be out straight. I'm going to stretch that left arm as far as I can. And I'm going to look at my right elbow. Okay, I'm going to put my head down on the ground. I'm going to look at my right elbow. My idea is to press my left armpit to the ground. So I keep pressing it to the ground as I hold it again for my 20 to 30 seconds. And obviously I'm going to swap sides. I'm going to look at my left arm, which is 90 degrees, and look at the elbow, and I'm going to stretch down on my right actual side to get that stretched out. Okay, then the last one to move into, excuse me, from there, just upper body, is a good old crossover. So pull against that, you can have a straight arm out, or you just put it behind you, whatever you feel comfortable with, either works fine, makes no difference. Hold that for again 20, pushing with this opposite hand against it. Same on that side, pushing that opposite hand against it for your 20 to 30 seconds. And the final one is over the top. You're going to pull down, and that's down, going down my back. I'm going to pull it down, really stretch off, and then obviously that side's again 20 to 30 seconds for each of them. And that's your routine. The idea is to do that stretching twice a day, morning and obviously evening. We can do it as part of the, we'll do it as part of the session, and we're doing it after it, so you can all do it together. That works fine. So the last one we're obviously going to bring into it is the balance. Let's see if we can do it on video. Okay, so you're going to hold the leg up, you're going to stretch forward, you're going to reach till you're out, and then you're going to bend your knee slightly, tip down, touch the ground, come back up slowly. So it's a glute exercise, so you've been engaged, everything should be coming through here. You're going to go to the side, bend down, touch the ground, come up slowly till you're back in the middle again, and you're going to go down the other side. I'm just setting my balance, make sure I'm there before I go down. Bend my knees, I go down, so I'm really engaging my glute. Come on back up to the middle, and then slowly back together. And obviously the other side, hold the leg up, stretch out till we're out. We're going to go and bend our way down, touch the ground, going to come back up slowly. And this time I'm going to go to the side, and I'm going to bend down and touch the ground, not quite as fast as that obviously, would have been ideal. And then across the other side, bend down, touch the ground, and back up slowly and back in. Okay, so add that at the end to make sure you're firing these glutes, and that's your workout. Okay, so we've got to do these regularly because everyone's quite stiff around these areas and down the glutes areas, so it's vital that we keep things a bit looser, because it really can affect your stride length, affect your chance to actually push off and get the benefit of what you can do. Okay. So I'll post this on the YouTube place, and then I'll give you a link to it all so you've all got it. Okay, cheers.